Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict, right? And as you can tell by today's thumbnail, Pinta Bound. Or maybe you don't want to go Pinta Bound on this one, right? We're talking about the art of hooping. Oh, dispensa la tira in a menudo style and direct fashion. I don't even want to get directly into that type of shit, man, but we got to talk about it, man. It's part of jail. It's part of prison life. It's part of breaking and entering. You know what I mean? In that fashion. It's something nobody wants to do, and it's very taboo. You know what? Trip out on this. If you're an active gang member, if you're really about that business, if you're ex-con, if you've ever been on a yarda, walked them main lines, been on them 3s and 4 yards, even some of those 2 yards. So it's good, bro. You hoop something, right? Hooping, keystring, the art of securing oneself, right? And you have to do it. Okay, if you're an active gang member, if you're going to sit here and say, Charlie, bro, when I get locked up, I ain't going out like that. Well, then you're going to go out like that, right? You're going to do it. Your life depends on it, vato, right? If you're asked, if you're highly encouraged to secure something, to take it from here to point A to point B, so let's get watch out. And in this fashion, handle it, And quietly as it's kept, vatos are doing it. They're doing it right now. There's a vato with the pedazo. My stomach hurts, right? It's happening right now. If it turns sideways, y pobreci, I can't call it like an alcoholic. I don't know what he's going to be going through, but I know it ain't going to be nothing pretty, right? But it happens. It's part of the rigorous daily routine of the penitentiary, of prison. I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk and bullshit you and say I ain't never secured or hooped or keistered anything, because that'd be fucking, the utmost lie. I've had to. It became common. It became normal. If you were walking them 4 yards, yes, and you were an active gang member, everybody within the group faction will have a pedazo secured or are supposed to. Now, I'm not going to sit here and slander and put game out there and say, oh, they got something on them right now. Charlie, man, every place is different. I'm just saying at my time when I was incarcerated, that was the rules and regulations for where I was at that particular point in time in that particular prison. Everybody would be secured with some type of piece. Okay? And there's only one place to put it. There's a lot of different hiding places in prison, and we're not going to get into all the different fucking spots that you could hide shit in, because I'm not trying to give up that game. Vatos have probably got their shit right now tucked, secured, and hey, more power to them, man. Do your thing, homies. But at the same time, and at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, there's only one place, homes, on the body that you could take something and make sure that it's out of view, out of sight, out of mind, pero in your stomach, right? And you got a keister. This has been happening for fucking years, ages, generations, for a long time. This isn't just something that some fucking Hoto thought of and was like, it feels good to just get the same time. Right now, there was none of that. There ain't nothing Hoto about it. Of course, you're going to have people that have never been incarcerated. They're going to look at it and they're going to be like, oh, that's disgusting. So yes, it is. You're absolutely right. It is disgusting. But at the same time, man, prison is a whole different world. It's not like out here. It's not like it should just throw that shit under the fucking seat, Holmes, and let's do it pushing. No, when you're in prison, like I said, there's only so much things that you have. It's not like you have a lot of property. It's not like you have a lot of space. It's not like these places are designed, Holmes, so everything is open. It's designed so the administration, the placas, the COs, everyone working know exactly what's going on. When they put their eyes and their vision on that fucking cell, they know what's what, who's what, and how it's supposed to be. Okay? So there's fucking times and places when you have to tuck and roll, right? You have to do the tuck. You got to learn the drop. You got to learn how to secure it. You got to learn how to wrap it. There's a lot of things that go into keystring. It's not just fucking great. So I'm so scared. Watch out. I got the lighter right. I'm gonna fucking stick it up there. So I'm scared. You know what I mean? Hey, watch out. You're gonna have a whole fucking it's gonna be ugly. I don't even want to explain it, but I hate this fucking video. So but I'm gonna do it. First thing that you're taught is how to properly wrap it. You need to learn how to wrap something that you're going to keister. And it's not just simply just throw a fucking piece of saran wrap on it and throw it up there, homes, and have it your way. This ain't Burger King, vato. It's not like that. Okay, what you need to do properly to secure something is you need to wrap it in layers upon layers of paper or toilet paper, plastic upon plastic. It gets real tedious and very time consuming. But Sasuke, when you're doing time, all you have is time, and time is what it is, right? So you take your time to properly do it right, because Sasuke, you don't want fucking caca all over your hand. You don't want caca all over your fucking... Sasuke, hey, what's that on your nose? We had brownies for dinner. I don't know. Right? You don't want none of that. But sometimes, unfortunate and unexpected accidents happen. Unexpected accidents, Sasuke, you didn't wrap it right. The plastic wasn't durable that day. There was too much mayonnaise from the bologna sandwich on it, and you forgot to dust it off, and shit gets wild. It's a slippery slope when you're entering that way. But it's something you're gonna do. I remember the first time I was told I got to Tracy Prison, and at that point in time, my first time in Tracy Prison, I was just a regular northerner. I'm fresh off the bus. It's my first time really going into prison, a California CDC prison. So I'm knowing what to expect, but not everything. And I've watched movies, man. Slipping into darkness. I seen Puppet fucking do his thing and lick his fingers, right? So I already know something's going to happen that route. But at the same time, I'm not trying to really go there if I don't have to. So now I get laced up and I get told, so you have to, right? And it was what it was. I had to properly secure some hot material, which were just a few wheelas and a few little things, this and that for the household. And there is no. If you're asked by the casa to do this or to do that, no is not the answer they want to hear in any group faction. You're going to do it. It's highly encouraged, and it's promoted as such. That's what they say. Hey, man, it's highly encouraged that you do this. Okay, well, shit, and what if I don't want to do it? Well, it's going to be highly encouraged that you fucking get on down the road, because we're highly encouraged to stab you. You know what I mean? And that's just it. So the best thing to do is roll with the flow, roll with the punches, regardless of what your thinking is, regardless of, nah, man, I ain't trying to really do that. Nobody in the world is. Even guys that have been doing it for 20, 30, 40 years, they're not trying to do it. Every night that they have to go that route to properly secure their whatever the hot materials they got, they're just not trying to do that. But they have to. That's one of the daily situations of living in prison. It's just something that becomes common, man. It's like breathing. Boop. You know what I mean? Take it to the hoop. It's what you got to do. And it's a sore subject, and it's a subject that I don't really like to speak on, because it sounds, I ain't trying to ever do that again. But I ain't gonna lie, man. If I ever had to go sometime, man, for 187, you need a witness and a murder weapon. Throw the pedazo and keep stepping. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I have to do, and that's just right off the top. But it's not something that makes me happy or makes me smile. If anything, it makes me sad. But it's gonna be done. So, anyways, once you learn how to properly secure and properly wrap, then there comes the art of the push, right? And push come to shove, you're gonna learn the push. Now, there's no one that could train you in this. There's no, where are your antennas when you're trying to get, there is no training in this. There's no one that is going to sit there and tell you, well, so, all right, what you do, right, is you push, then turn it to the left, to the left. They're not doing none of that, bro. You know what I mean? They're handing you the fucking piece. They're saying wrap it and tap it. And that's it. Do what you do. Now, of course, there's some homies that'll give you a little bit of the philosophy and the background on the drop, right? And the drop is something different. And we're going to get into that because I'm already here. Fuck it. I might as well, right? So I already went that route. But it's just something that you become accustomed to and you learn. So my first time in Tracy, I was given some hot material and I was told, hey, man, you need to hoop that and properly secure it and make sure that it doesn't get in the canine's hands. And make sure that when we need it, it's cleaned off, dust yourself off and try again and then shoot it. And, make sure you do it right, homes, because we're not trying to go that route. And, all right, orale, in that fashion, I'm down. So I remember the first time I'm sitting there and I don't even know how to wrap it, right? So, but I got common sense. I got street smarts. I got prison smarts. I got common sense. I'm not a fucking baboso. I'm not Johnny come lately. I just didn't fall off the banana boat. You need people like me. That's not me. I'm not Tony, right? I'm a real one. So at this point, I'm like, fucking, man, I'm just going to do what I seen in the movies. And I started to wrap stuff, get a little saran wrap. I said, damn shit, I'm good at this, right? And I handled my business. And then now came the hard part, or the part that no one likes to talk about. I sat on that toilet and I secured it. And believe me, it wasn't pleasant. The first time is always the worst time, But quietly as it's kept, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you, gente. Um, Once it hits a certain level, you can't really feel it. You can't really feel it. You get a little ache in your stomach. It's kind of like, damn, something ain't right. You get a little shamed. You look in the mirror and you're like, what have you done for me lately? Right? You start to feel a certain way. But it's like I said, man, it's life threatening. It's life or death situation. You got to do it. And quietly as it's kept, man, it becomes to a point where you know that doing that, something as minimal as that, could possibly save your life. So you do it. Now, if you see people, if I see someone, man, and he's doing a drop and he pulls out fucking a comic book, I'm gonna be concerned. I'm gonna be highly concerned because Sasuke, hey, I could see a piece and I could see a phone and shit. I could even see a fucking a Lenyo or something like that, but that's an Archie comic book, bro. Sasuke's my favorite one, though, Holmes. Hey, watch out. You don't get these over here. These are only Gorko, right? Oh, yeah, well, fuck, bro. It's not that serious, Holmes. Sasuke, fucking Archie got brown shit right here on his face. Anyways, but I learned, after the first time, it was kind of like, icky, sticky. But the second time, it got a little easier. Third time, like I said, it's never easy doing that. It's not something, it's very taboo. It's not something you want to do. You feel some type of way, but it's something that you do over and over and over again. And you have to do it. So now the art of the drop, right? Because with what goes up, okay, it must come down. And hopefully it comes down. Because if not, I don't know what to tell you. But the art of the drop, as being a Norteño, we were trained in certain ways to do drops, man. You had to be fucking laced up, Holmes. You needed to be able to walk that yarda and be able to take 2 steps and boom, drop it and cap it and tap it. You know what I mean? Handle your business. These were things that you were laced up on. Now, Vato didn't stick his fucking finger up your culo and tell you exactly, yeah, that's how you do a drop. You pull. Nah, I didn't tell you that. They merely told you how to flex certain muscles, how to do certain things, how to, be calm, and just do. I can't fucking tell you the whole get down. All I know, bro, is fucking we stuck things up there that shit we shouldn't have, right? And Vatos are doing it right now. It sucks. But yeah, so you drop it, you pull it out, Holmes, you uncap it if it's a piece, and then you do your thing with it, It's not like the streets where Vatos have cuetes and they're showing them and they're fucking all high-siding them. You don't want to show anyone this because it doesn't smell good, for one. For two, it's probably a crude made thing. And it's made for one thing and one thing only, and that's to put into someone's motherfucking mascara and then do it pushing. That's it. There's no time for frivolous fun and games when you're in the penitentiary, you're in prison. It's life or death situations out there in them yards, man. Motherfuckers is really trying to take your head off. When wartime is wartime, man, it's better to be it's better to be with than without. To be a have than a have not. And that's just plain and simple, period. Menudo, no matter where you have to put it. But I've seen it. Now, I've been in some places where there's a lot of different types of hot material. There's cell phones. And people are like, no, that can't be done. There's no way. There's no way that you could take a phone up there. Well, I beg to differ. I've seen it factual and actual with my own 4 eyes. I've seen it happen. Vato pulled a whole fucking iPhone out one time and I said, and in that fashion, of course, they were the smaller iPhones that time. The last time I was incarcerated, it wasn't no fucking big old Pro Max because Sasuke and me and him would have had a different type of discussion. I would have been wondering. But I've seen it. I've seen it, and he was like, I said, damn, bro. And he was like, fuck, bro. Shit, here, can you hold that? Nah, bro, I ain't holding that. Just set that right there, bro. Yeah, but it's ringing. I think it's my old lady. Well, tell that bitch to call back, right? And then he's still on the toilet doing his thing, and I go, what are you doing? I got to get the charger, right? It was just a bad situation. It was crazy, right? It was crazy. The things fucking grown men have to go through just to have a few luxuries in life, like a fucking phone or a frajo or even a piece, to handle your business. But it's done. It's been done. Like I said, man, we didn't just start the shit. We didn't just come out with it out of our own mind while I was there. Like, hey, guess what? I got an idea, homies. What? We're going to secure all our weaponry. All right, cool. Where we gonna stash it at? In our culo. No, what the fuck, right? Sasuke, I think something's wrong with this vato. Nah, it wasn't like that, man. It's something that's been passed down through generations. Something that's always happened in prison. It's the art of keystream, Maybe there's fucking vatos that do it on the calles, And I've been forced where I've had to cheek something or do it on the calles. And that's I'm just being painfully truthful right here. It's had to happen. I'm in a cop car, so I have something on me that I'm not supposed to have on me. And I can fucking reach it. And so plop goes the weasel, right? So that's good. Hopefully they don't have an x-ray chair. And I get there and, and it is what it is, Of course, one or two things happen. One, I had to secure it because I don't want to get caught with some hot material and catch more charges. And two, so this guy know I'm going to go to jail, and so this guy I'd rather be with than without. And that's just it. But I have met people, that were scared to secure. There was people that were scared, youngsters that were scared to do it and felt like they were played. I remember I had a celly one time and he gets in and I was like, I had a lot of bundles. I was writing a lot of missives. There was just a lot of bundles. I was like, hey, bro, I'm going to need you to secure this half. And I got this half. Of course, I gave him the bigger half, right? But he was like, what do you want me to do with these, right? Put them under my pillow? I said, nah, motherfucker, the tooth fairy ain't going to come. Watch out. We're in prison. Secure them, bro. You got to hoop them. And he was like, oh, bro, I never did that shit before, bro. I ain't trying to go out like that. I said, well, you're not going to go out like that. You're going to go in like that. Watch out. Let me tell you how to do it, homie. And he was like, nah, I don't need a reenactment or you to show me. Nah, I guess I'll just learn on my own. And I said, yeah, orale, Michael McDonald, on your own. And, I showed him how to wrap it, of course, and do things properly. And then, of course, he did his thing. And he was like, hey, he was all happy walking around the cell. I can't even feel it, man. I can't even feel it. I said, yeah, well, get ready. We're going to do 122s. He was like, while it's in me? I said, whether it's in you or not, bro, we got to get down. And, you learn that. You learn certain things, and it gets to the point where it's just normal. Of course, my first celly, not my first celly, but the celly I had that didn't want to do it at first. Eventually, he got with the program. And then the half that I had with the half that he had, we just mixed it together. And he had that whole half. And in that fashion, right? And that's just what it was. He was a pocket. And I hate to say it, man, I was taking advantage, but at the same time, man, better him than me, Bang, bang. Just hardships you have to go through in life to achieve the things that you want, That's some game right there. But I have met one person, I'm going to tell you in Tracy, there was a homeboy. And I'm not going to use his name. I'm not going to put his name out on the streets. But there was a homeboy and he got there. And I remember at that time we needed a tier security. We needed a TS for the tier. Anyone that's ever been to Tracy, it's a reception and it flips constantly. That means homeboys are constantly coming in. Homeboys are constantly leaving, right? So you can never really get a good lockdown or a good wholesome core of homeboys there, because people are shipping out. They're coming, they're going. It's just it's a hub, basically. It's a reception. But we needed, our tier security had just left and we needed one. And this Vato had came, him and his celly had just both came from K-Wing out the oil. So we knew that they were about the business. They knew what was up. They were back there functioning with some good homeboys, some C's as well, some B's. It was all good. And at this time, man, I was the building channel, the BC. So of course it was my obligation, man, to figure out a good homeboy to bring within the COC. Which is the chain of command. So I see a homeboy, he gets there. I could tell just by the way he's walking home, by the way he's talking, that he's been around the block. And you could tell the certain tattoos. There's just identification marks that I could tell he's just a cut above the rest. He's cut from a different kind of cloth. So I immediately strike up a wheeler, tell him to shoot his fishing line, and I get at him on paper, and I tell him, hey, bro, it's being asked highly by the household, man, and encouraged that we need a TS. Now, you don't have to become one, bro. You don't have to take a position. But when you're asked to, bro, most people that are striving will be like, hell yeah, it's an honor. It's a privilege. So I was like, hey, bro, we need a tier security. Man, you fit the mold, bro. Ooh, he was already cleared by this time. And when I got at him, and he was like, bro, I can't do it. And I was like, what the fuck you mean you can't do it, right? Hold on now, bro, right? And he gets at me on paper and he says, I can't properly secure things, bro. I can't hoop things. That's why, because if you're the tier security, you're going to be hooping. That's just what it is. That you can just chalk that up right there to the game. And he was like, I just can't do it, bro. And I was like, well, why? You know what I mean? And then he gets at me on paper and says that he has a disease. I'm not going to say what disease he had, but he had one that there was no way he was going to be able to hoop stuff, right? And pass it to another man. And I understood. So, of course, I got at my channel and told him, hey, bro, here's the get down. This is what's going on. And he agreed with me that we couldn't do it. So I said, trip out. Well, you're gonna still be the TS. We've decided, right? If you're willing to take the position, better your celly's going to hoop everything. His celly was the homeboy. Oh, man, right? And I said, and he was like, all right, man, righteously, man, I accept. Gracias, bro. I appreciate that. Okay, look, I'm going to shoot you 4 bundles right now. You know what I mean? You feel me? Bang, bang. It was going down or up, like I say. But it's just part of the game, man. You know, a lot of people sit here, we talk about it in lives, we talk about it in general life. They see a lot of fucking prison movies and people are scared to do it. And they're like, man, that's nasty. Yeah, every bit of that, bro. Spell it with the capital N. Every bit of nasty, homes. I ain't Janet Jackson. Watch, I ain't trying to be a nasty girl. But at the same time, homes, it's something I knew I had to do because my life depended on it. And it's something I did. You know, I'm not proud of it. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the keister master. You know what I mean? I'll leave that title to Flax. But at the same time, I will tell you this. It's something that you are going to do if you're an active gang member. Period. You know? So if you have all these active gang members walking around talking about, I know fuck punk, I know this, I know that. Absolutely, you're not, man. You did what you had to do. I don't look at you any other way. But you can't lie to me. You've had something up there. If not, you'll be sorry, right? Because it's happened. Anyways, man, with all that being said, there's just a lot of things that go into it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and give you every single detail. I'm sure you could figure it out. It's pretty much cut and dry like this. I'm going to tell you from point A to point Z right now. You fucking put it in your ass and then you take it out. Period. Bang, bang. You know, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about hustling for your familia. It's not about hustling people. It's about hustling with people, man. Go out there and get it. Please hit that like and subscribe. If you don't like this video, you can hit the thumbs up. It's all good in the hood. It doesn't matter anyways, man. Nothing but love and respect. All the raza. It's time to unite. Make it happen. Get it cracking. You know what it is. Bang, bang. The gun. I ain't trying to hoop shit no more.